cap it off, huh? And what I got here is a little sage. Sage is good for energy, you know, very good, very bueno. Let's clean this bad boy up. Energy is so important. So we got the sage going, and this is a little Palo Santo, another cleansing. So funny, I found this stuff at Sprouts. Pretty awesome. My boy Andy Dane burns this every morning. I burn this every morning. As you'll tell today, we're going to talk about Heal, the movie on Netflix. Welcome to the Walter Reyes Show. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It's all about healing today. And it's all about healing all the time, honestly, for me. There is no other choice. There's nothing else I want to do. Best that's happened to me, my evolution, all that pertains to healing. It pertains to that part of my life, is the dedication to just heal whatever. And I don't know what the fuck I'm healing half the time, to be very honest with you. I just know, based on what I feel, some things need work. Some things need attention. Some things need love. Some things need something within me. You know, so I don't know if you guys seen this, but, you know, what I want to talk about today really is about, it's about healing. It's about the movie Heal on Netflix. It's a beautiful movie, and it's something I have believed for almost the entirety of my life. We are made of atoms. Our protons, neutrons, electrons, all they're doing is vibrating. We are energy. And we're not as solid as we think we are. And by solid, I mean like, okay, we touch ourselves. We're physically like, okay, oh, look, a muscle. I got guns. I got this. I got whatever. Like, we have a physical body that we touch and that we live in. But if you break it down to the atom level, you know, if you take a microscope and you go down to our skin and you go in there, and you're going to see cells, and those cells, within those cells are atoms. And within the atoms, there's, like I said, protons, neutrons, electrons. And those are in the quantum realm. They're on the quantum level. And like, it's just energy moving like this. Like, imagine that. To me, that's always meant that we can change, our molecular structure, that we can change like what's wrong with us, our illnesses, our sickness. And honestly, right now, one of my biggest enemies in the world is Big Pharma, which is a business. And this is no disrespect to doctors, to physicians, but, you know, they go into the industry literally trying to heal. Most doctors get into it because somebody in their family died or experienced some sort of significant trauma medically, and they got inspired to become a healer in their regard. And so they went to medical school and they wanted just to cure cancer or find a cure for fucking MLS or MS, multiple sclerosis. But if you travel up the ladder at a hospital, at an insurance company, and at a pharmaceutical company, the higher you go, the less it becomes about healing us. The more it becomes about money. It's become a business. And in business, all business is investors dropping money to make more money out of what they're investing. So once a company goes down that route, it no longer becomes about us. It no longer becomes about our healing. It no longer becomes about curing our cancers and our diabetes and our whatever we got. It doesn't become about that. It becomes about money. And once we go down that road, then that's where we're all fucked. It doesn't make any money for us. You know, healing, it takes away their money. If they keep us sick, then that's how we're going to do it, right? Keep that in mind when you're going to the doctor and they give you, oh, you got this and you only got this much time. You got this and you have to do that. It addresses all these things. But let's just fucking forget about Big Pharma. Let's forget about Western medicine. Let's forget about that shit. And let's focus on the fact that we have this body that can adjust, that can adapt, that can really heal itself. We've been led to believe that our body cannot heal itself. And the fact is that our body has the capacity to heal every organ. This movie, there's a guy that within 6 weeks started feeling this power. So this guy got into a bike. He was a triathlon, was on his bike, and he made a turn, and his car hit him at 55 miles per hour, tossed him, threw him up in the air, and all of a sudden he's crippled. He's paralyzed. His back is messed up. He has to have this Harrington surgery or something like that, where it's just basically a brace on his spine. And that's just to keep him there. Doesn't mean he's going to walk ever or anything like that. But he knew in his heart that that was not the route to go. He knew that for him, the way he believed, the way he thought about everything, that there's the mind. What he thought, and I'd say, if I remember the words correctly, was like addressing the miracle of his own creation. Like, this sperm and this egg created this body, this whole being, all of us, what we are right now, hair, eyes, skin, meat, muscles, tendons, all this was created divinely by this energy, this force to create us. And he believed in that force so much that he felt that it could heal him as well. So he went down that route where he would spend 3 hours a day visualizing repairing his spine. And he was a very smart man. He was a doctor, actually, so he understood all the parts of the spine. He understood how the body worked. He understood the anatomy, and he got to work physically repairing his own spine. And he fought his bad thoughts. He fought everything that was happening in those 6 weeks. And eventually he reached the end of those 6 weeks, and something shifted where he started feeling better. And little by little, he kept working and kept working. And now he dedicates his life to non-traditional medicine, the power of thought and visualization, and how that controls the energy within our body and can control the cellular structure within our body and can rejuvenate tissue and repair injuries. That is what I believe as well. I believe in the energy of us. I believe that we have that capacity to heal ourselves. So many people, and it's happening over and over. It's like you see people, and you hear people get cancer, and it's over. It's immediately, let's go get radiation, let's go get chemo, let's go get all that stuff. And I'm not gonna tell you what's right or wrong, but all I want you to know is you should venture into other ways of trying to heal. Everything starts and ends with our brain. Supposedly, we use 10% of our brain. I've spoken to many people who disagree. And if you think about that, if you think about what that means, basically what that means is they believe that there's more power untapped within our brain. And that's where meditation comes in. That's where things like doing mushrooms comes in, to open up other parts of the brain and heal traumatic experiences, PTSD, anxiety, depression. Why else would the FDA, and this is like I don't mean to give them credit or anything really, because they fucking lag, but that is how powerful mushrooms is, that the FDA finally gave in and started dropping money and gave a little thumbs up to mushrooms to deal with PTSD and anxiety and depression. To me, that means it's been working. And now they're like, fuck, we have to give this shit credit. We have to. And look, I'm not just talking out of my butt, people. I take notes. I come prepared. And the most important to me is how we feel. How we feel has a lot to do with our health. And let me break it down to you like this. When you feel good, we release positive chemicals in our body. We release positive chemicals that make us feel good, that make us thrive and give us energy and make us, feel much better than we were feeling before. When we feel bad, when we feel negative emotions, stress, sadness, things of that nature, when we feel that, then we release harmful chemicals in our body. Stress hurts the immune system. Stress actually shuts down the immune system. And one of the examples they give in this film, Heal on Netflix, Heal, because I know some of you guys are going to be spelling Heel. I know you are. But what did they touch on is, I didn't know this. When they are giving someone an organ, for example, like a kidney or a heart or something of that nature, they're giving someone an organ that's not organically theirs, naturally theirs. They give stress hormones to the recipient of the organ in order to shut down the immune system. That's how strong the immune system is, that it would more than likely reject that organ. It would reject that kidney. It would reject that heart, because that immune system's like, this isn't ours. Fuck this. Get that shit out of here. That's garbage. I don't want it. Nope. Get it out. So the immune system fights for its natural way of being and just healing itself. And stress just kills the immune system, which is why when you're stressed, when you're sad, when you're, experiencing anxiety and PTSD and all these things, you tend to get sick. Think about that correlation. Emotion is so important. This is where gratitude becomes such a weapon. This is the power of gratitude. When you are grateful for something, it is a positive emotion that's being created, because as soon as you express gratitude, it's almost like it's already happened. Like it's a done deal. I'm grateful for having a roof over my head. Boom, the body's like, yeah, we have a roof. Awesome. I'm grateful for my partner who has my back and is ride or die. Boom, we got a partner who's ride or die. Awesome. So think about it that way. And the power of gratitude stimulates positive chemicals being released within our body. And the more that occurs, the healthier we are. So that's the power of gratitude. It just affects us so positively. In this film, you'll hear stories. And one of the powerful ones is this woman who's super healthy, like ate vegan and ran marathons and surfed and like ate raw 50% of the time. And she got cancer. And the reason she thinks she got cancer is because her life, her relationship, her marriage, especially, was super toxic, very stressful. And it just wore her down. She went to the doctor 3 times in 1 year, and doctor's like, no, you're fine. I don't see nothing. She went back the last time, and it's like, no, something's wrong, dude. Like, you need to look. This pain is crazy. It's like I'm getting stabbed. When she got to that point, finally, this doctor saw the cancer, and it had spread to like her liver, and it was like at stage 4. And she had experience with cancer, not personally at that moment, but through people that she knew. And it really just hurt her. It bummed her out her whole life, because she thought, well, I've never seen anybody make it out of stage 4. Like, I'm going to die. And then something within her is like, nah, I'm not going to do medicine. I'm going to go ahead and not go that route. And I'm going to go ahead and put in work holistically. And she fought it. And at some point she had to go do it. She had to go do the radiation. And when she did, all she needed was one treatment by the time she did it. By the time she got that done, one treatment is all she needed. And there's so many healers in this movie, in this documentary. There's so many healers. And you're gonna see some famous people there that just are healers in various realms. Energy healers. There's spiritual healers. There's some really powerful ones that I'm not gonna ruin it for you. Like, I really want you guys to watch this stuff, but watch Heal on Netflix. But it's important to understand that we have the capacity, the power within us to go above and beyond what we're told. Like, if you think about doctors, and there's doctors in this film as well, that touch on the fact that they understand certain things of body that they were never taught. They were never taught that. And even them took a step back and healed themselves holistically and not in the way that they were taught. That's powerful. You know, that's a lot. They realized the power of holistic medicine. Doctors healing themselves with holistic medicine. I have some examples here, and I just didn't bring a lot. I dabble with other things. Like the one medicine I take, I'm type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed years ago, and when you go to the doctor, they have you fill out these forms and like what runs in your family. So we've been conditioned to think like, does cancer run in your family? Does diabetes run in your family? When in reality, that's not even how it fucking works. That's not how it goes down. Type 2 diabetes is not genetic. I'm not predisposed because my sister has it and my uncle has it. It's because I had a shitty fucking lifestyle where I drank 4 sodas every meal. I fucking ate the 3-pack Fun Dip when I was a kid. I was in charge of making Kool-Aid and Tang and fucking all those juices. And let me tell you, I didn't just use a powder. I used a giant spoon and a bunch of sugar. I wanted to see a layer about a 1/4 inch thick at the bottom of that jug. And then I knew it was good juice. Ketchup, forget about it. I mean, I would finish a bottle of ketchup within a week. I would supersize all the time, refill that shit 3 or 4 times. Ice cream, candy, you name it. I earned my type 2 diabetes. That's what I did. I earned it. So when you think about it like that, that's how you got to process is like, dude, we fuck ourselves up. And I think a lot of these things, a lot of these illnesses, you know, you have, and they name a bunch of them and they're like, cause unknown, cause unknown, cause unknown. But in most cases, it's stress related. We're stressing about life. And one of the cool parts that they break it down is, and I talk about this all the time with my friends when we're having conversations, is the fact that we have a lot of DNA from our caveman days now, still to this day. We might have been cavemen like centuries ago, ages ago, thousands of years ago, but that DNA is still in us. That DNA is still part of us. So you talk about the whole fight and flight. You know, that's a DNA thing with us. When we're experiencing danger or a threat, we either fight or we fly. That's what we do. Now, if you think back when we were cavemen and a fucking giant animal was coming at you, like you wanted 100% of your energy to get you the fuck out of there, like get you out of there and get you into safety and away from that saber-toothed tiger or a fucking away from whatever was around at that time. You wanted all of you to get the hell out. Every ounce of you was concerned and fighting for his life or her life. Fast forward to now, well, we don't have those dangers. We don't have fucking wild tigers roaming around our neighborhood. We don't have fucking wild bears and pterodactyls and fucking saber-toothed tigers anymore. But what we do have, we have shitty partners. We have horrible bosses. We have ungrateful friends. We have a quinceañera coming up that you're in charge about, and all of a sudden nobody's pitching in, but you got to make that shit happen. Like you got all these ridiculous stresses, and our body though still thinks that that's a fucking danger. So it's reacting like it's an animal. Like, oh my God, we got to get the higher. And imagine the stress that puts on the body. Watch yourself, man. Watch the stress that you experience. This is why the moment someone's fucking with your shit, walk the fuck away. Get out. Get away from them. Fuck them. Don't give them your energy. They don't deserve it. Boss, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever the fuck. Protect your shit. Protect your energy. They're not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. No one's going to do it for you. You're either a victim or you're responsible. That's it. There's no other way of doing it. Victim or responsible. Victim or responsible. Victim or responsible. Choose one. And responsible, I'm going to choose that shit all day, which means I'm going to protect myself. And I know you guys see social media, you guys see me out and about and doing this shit. Oh, he must have a lot of friends. Trust me. My core, like who I talk to on a daily, who I engage with on a daily, is not that big. It really isn't. And a lot of them are not around anymore. They're not allowed to be around me. And they don't know that, but they're not. I won't allow it. Because my health, my peace, like my harmony, that's what I'm working on. And if I am removing toxic behaviors within myself, you think I'm not gonna fucking remove your toxic behavior from my life? You bet your sweet ass I am. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and deal with you. Not happening. Our systems really do protect us, and we have these divine bodies that can really repair us. You know, it's incredible. And I think the Western medicine, slowly but surely, they're starting to come around a little bit, because they're starting to understand stuff that they never understood. I mean, you think about a couple centuries ago, they still addressed the spirit world. They were hanging witches. Why were they hanging witches? The spirit world isn't real, right? Like, why are you hanging? Come on, you believe in a witch? Come on now. You know? Come on now. So if they believed in that spirit world, then that means they believed in something they couldn't see that existed and engaged or interacted with the physical world. That's energy, baby. That's what that is. Last night, I did breath work, and that was all energy based. And I helped heal some people around me. Didn't know I have that gift. This is the second time I experienced it, but I went with it and I felt it. It resonated with me like, Walter, you are a healer. What that means and what I'm capable of, I have no clue. I'll be very frank with you. I'm not going to bullshit you. It's brand new to me, but I felt something and I knew what I was doing and I knew how to do it. And I knew how to take their bad, like work on them and then somehow consume it and recycle it. I worked on myself for a little bit. I was convulsing. I was almost like, it's kind of weird, but it was like, I was like the possessed kind of body language, like, oh, I don't want to do that because I fucked up my back doing that, really. And then today I swang a big bag and, I'm so mad at myself. Totally forgot because I was feeling good. But we have to look for other things to heal ourselves. Try other things and believe in your body. Trust your body. Nutrition is so huge. We're eating these chemicals in sodas, guilty candy, guilty, this fast food, all this garbage stuff. I mean, look, for example, there's a lot of people working out and they get tired and they want to go after work. So they take C4, an actual fucking pre-workout that's named C4 after bomb material. And if you've ever had C4, I mean, your body starts tingling, you get hot, like it's uncomfortable. And you read the ingredients, this shit's a bunch of chemicals, man. Most pre-workouts are a bunch of chemicals. What do you think that's doing to you? What are those chemicals capable of? The chemicals in the air, the chemicals from our exhaust, like the chemicals in makeup, the chemicals in our deodorants and the products that we use. We were not intended to consume those chemicals. So when you get sick, that's like the last thing you think about, when in reality, it should be the first thing you think about. And as I'm telling you this, I'm learning this. So all my purpose here on this show, on the Walter Reyes Show, on the WR Show, is to share things that I learn. And as I learn them, and I'm like, my mind gets blown. I'm like, I gotta fucking talk to you guys. Like, this episode wasn't planned, but I have to come up here and talk to you because it's impactful. And you guys need to watch this movie, Heal, on Netflix. Go watch it. It'll be the best 2 hours of your life if you give a fuck about healing yourself on multiple levels. The world isn't what we've been told it is. Think about it. People that have been educating us are making money off of us. The school system creates robots, not healthy, successful, independent people. They want reliant people on the system. They want you to be reliant on them for finances. They want you to be reliant on them for health. They want you to be reliant on them. They don't want you to go find independence. This is why weed is still a fucking felony. It's up there with heroin. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. As a matter of fact, can I tell you something, people? Like weed, it helps more than anything. I think like it's a powerful tool to heal yourself. To oh man, where is that? Oh, there it is. So it's a powerful tool to calm your stresses, chill you out, you know, get that energy within your body feeling better, calmer, you know. I don't care what y'all think, but there's a reason why mothers are out there feeding their babies cannabis to heal them, because babies are born with cancer. Babies are born with illnesses, and they got to rely on fucking shoving that kid into a radiation unit. Like, no, they want to try something else before they go put their kid into a bunch of poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's incredible. So think about that when you're dealing with an illness. This is why I started doing transcendental meditation. You know, there's a part in the movie where this doctor they do a study on how certain people got better. And I think it was like 9 things that they did, 2 of them were physical. The rest of them were mental. There were mental practices, emotional practices to calm themselves. So things like this, people, I don't care. Heal, baby. Heal yourself. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Fuck what society told you. Fuck Western medicine. Fuck Big Pharma. But let me tell you, still, Western medicine is still useful, obviously. Because like they say in the movie, like if you break your leg and your shin pops out of it, I don't need to go see my medicine woman for that. She can't do much for that shit. I need a surgeon. I need someone that can fix my leg. You know, I need someone that can do that for me. I'm not going to go see a chiropractor when my shin is popping out of my skin. I can't do that. It makes no sense. So there is obviously vital use for Western medicine. But for a lot of these conditions, it's all up here. It's in our heart. It's our anxiety. It's our stress that's causing it. And I know it personally because, look, I'm going to tell you something. Type 2 diabetes gives you certain skin conditions. And I'm not religious about my medication because I always feel bad that I have to fucking pop a pill for my diabetes. Like, it pisses me off. You know, I don't like it. It makes me mad. And so I don't do it a lot of times. But I could tell you when I'm stressed in combination with not eating right, I start my skin, like I get this dry knuckle. I get little psoriasis a little bit on my thighs. And I know that it's when I'm most stressed. Recently, I got stressed and I still have this fucking sty. I got this sty and I feel it's not completely gone because I'm still stressing about certain things. I have a bad back right now. That was from yesterday. So even right now, as I'm going through this, I want to like put more effort into my meditations. I think I'm going to make my meditations like an hour. Because normally I do 20 minutes in the morning for TM, 20 minutes in the afternoon. But I think I'm going to throw another 20 minutes in there and just spend those 20 minutes like working on what's wrong with me, on my sugar levels, on my insulin levels, on my sty, on my back, and see what comes of it. Because I truly believe in the power of the mind and how amazing it is. You know, you think about how we were created, you know, Big Bang, and like we were just this giant ball of energy and it exploded. And then all you got these stars and these planets. And within this planet, like if you think about that Big Bang, exploded, and we're Earth, and look at what's happening on Earth, what we're able to create. This is why prayer sometimes, and I'm gonna lose some fans here, but I'm not a fan of prayer. I don't believe in it, but this movie made me rethink it because it is in line with energy. If you believe could very well be true just by believing in it. You know, they do these placebo tests, right? They give a certain group the real medicine, they give another group the fake medicine. And in every test, in the placebo group, there is a high percentage of them that also get cured, that also get the help. Why is that? They're not receiving the medicine, but as they're popping it in, they think it's medicine. So they're sending messages to their body, we got medicine, let's get better. And the body's like, hey, what? You want to get better? Okay, I feel your vibes, let's get better. These are our little cellular structures, our atoms talking to each other, vibrating differently, changing the vibration to focus on fixing that part of the body. This is bigger than us. But like, this is something that I just want you to watch this movie, because it's something that everybody should know, everybody should understand. The power of energy, the power of thought, the power of feelings, the power of poisons like stress and chemicals in our body. Nutrition is one of my weaknesses, even though I'm 10 million times better than I was before. But if I want to eradicate diabetes from my system, I have to get religious about it. I have to get real religious about it, you know? So go out there, man, try something different, try the holistic route, experiment with healers and energy healers and all that stuff. Like, give yourself an opportunity to not rely on medicine, and don't believe them when they tell you like, oh, you got this many months to live. No, that's what, according to your fucking research and data that has nothing to do with me currently, because I'm different. I'm a different composition of energy than anybody in your studies. But according to your studies, I get an average of this many percentage chance of living. Well, fuck that. How about if I'm in that 1% or 2% or 10% that lives? I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to live and I'm going to be prosperous. And this is what everything in our life, it's not just even health. It's like attract money. I have not been financially in the place where I want to be because I've for years developed this push off on money because I didn't want to become a douchebag, because in my subconscious mind, that put a belief system in there that said, if you get rich, you're going to be a douchebag walking around with fucking gay ass shoes with no socks and super tight pants showing all your balls and your foreskin, and fucking shirts with no undershirts and just popped open, like just horrible human beings, stealing people's money and lying to people and being corrupt to try to make more money, fucking asking fucking other people to give them a cut of their commission if they want to do business. Fuck them. But that's what I believed. So I didn't attract abundance. I didn't track it. I repelled it willingly. And then I'm sitting there like, damn, I wish I wasn't broke. Man, I wish I wasn't this. Man, I wish I wasn't that. Without even giving consideration of how much energy I was putting out there to not have it. You know? So keep that in mind, people, and try things like this, like Mambay. Mambay, I brought up the C4 earlier. The Mambay is basically crushed up coca leaves. No chemicals, no nothing. Indigenous people literally chew on it and bam, they get active, they get to work. There's no chemicals. Natural plant right here. You want energy, you want a pre-workout? Mambay. If you don't have access to Mambay, if you don't have a medicine woman like I do, then what I suggest is try like something like Zip Fizz. You can get that at Costco. It has B12 vitamin in it. Amazing energy. Clean, clear, and B12 is healthy and a vitamin that's hard to find in things. So now you have an outlet to get your energy that you need. Don't rely on the fucking caffeine that you get cracked out on. You know, like, get an alternative. That is a much healthier thing. And my cousins have been trying it. I have a few friends on it. And they're like, dude, that shit's clean. It's dope. I'm not cracked out. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm like, I told you. So just try to find alternatives, man. And I'm going to be interviewing my shamanic yoga, which is my breath worker and does other types of healings as well. Next week, we're dropping, this is for YouTubers, for you guys on social media. Next week, we're dropping the interview with my medicine woman talking about Kambo and Bufo and other practices that help heal us naturally, indigenously, practices that have been done for centuries, and she's studied for years now, dives into the Amazon, goes and lives with tribes to learn their cultures, to learn their ways, to learn their practices, and come back and heal us from our whack-ass traumas that we self-impose upon us most of the time, because we carry that fucking trauma forever. And it's not our responsibility anymore. It happened 20 years ago, but here we sit just carrying that shit, carrying that trauma. Oh shit, this happened to me. That's why I'm going to be weak forever. That's why I'm never going to be prosperous. That's why I'm never going to do this. And I'm saying this because I'm fucking guilty of it. And I don't want to live like that. And I don't want any of you guys to live like that. We don't deserve to live like that. We deserve abundance. We deserve happiness. We deserve love. We deserve to become better people. Because some of you guys are out there listening right now and going like, I don't deserve that. And that could very well be true. But you deserve to love yourself if no one else does. And even if no one else does, you must love yourself. And even if more people love you besides yourself, you still need to love yourself harder than anybody loves you. Because that's gonna create that vibration, that energy that you need to start moving in a direction that you're meant to be, which is happiness and fulfilled and just living a lovely life that you want to build for yourself. And don't be afraid to put out to the world that you want a fucking beach house and that you want a franchise of certain type of business. Just because you never grew around those people doesn't mean you don't deserve it. Just put in the fucking work. Put in that energy that makes that come to life. Manifest that through your thoughts, which generate our feelings and our emotions, and then arrive to our nervous system, and boom, pushes us into actions that bring that to life. Got something like San Pedro here to be connected to your energy. And this one's going to trip you guys out, but mushrooms, I repeat, you can microdose on these. You could take little things. You're not going to trip balls. You're not going to be, you're not going to be fucking tripping balls and seeing walls melt or anything like that. Microdosing just really helps open up and heal the brain. And that's what it's about. Most of our causes of illnesses and emotional, physical, chemical, comes from our brain and what we think and what we feel. So watch the fucking movie. Watch Heal on Netflix, and then come back and let's talk about it. Let's see what you guys think about it. But I promise you, you will definitely have a lot to think about after you see that movie, because there's science, spirituality, all combined, physics, chemistry, all of it is being addressed with facts and data, science to prove it, science to back it up, which is something that really helps me, to be honest with you. I need that balance. I need to see proof. Like before I did any of the indigenous medicines, I researched that shit for like 3 months. Before I even meditated, which involves no damn drugs or anything or medicines or whatever, I still researched all the types of meditation that exist. And that's the one that seemed to have the most benefit. Do your homework. Stop depending on your doctors. Just because they wear a fucking white coat doesn't mean they know dick. It's another job. They had to go to school. Were they the best student in school, or were they the dumbass? Were they the one sitting in the back of the class barely making it? Who was this guy? Who was this girl? I don't know. And I'm supposed to just go, oh really? I'm going to die? Fuck you. I'm going to try not to. Tell me, I'll make you comfortable, give some morphine. Nah, get the fuck out of here. If I'm gonna do morphine, it's gonna be for fun, motherfucker. I'm not gonna be like to stay alive or, it's gonna be recreational. That's what I'm gonna do it for. But yes, watch that movie. That's all I want to get out here for. I went a little longer than I anticipated because we had a lot of technical difficulties. Instagram, I don't know what happened, but I plugged this in and all of a sudden it started working. So I will be shooting this. I'll be uploading it on Facebook if you guys want to watch it. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, it's Walter H. Reyes on Facebook. You can follow me on WR Comedy is the page that's there. I've been trying to change the name to Walter Reyes to the WR Show, but those mother effers aren't getting back to me. Come on, Facebook. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me again. I was all over the place because this is just an amazing thing. Just remember, we are the architects of our body. We have the ability to, at least, at bare minimum, which is what meditation does, bare minimum, alter the vibrations and decrease the stresses within us. And even that little move can prolong your life and have you living a healthier life. You know, remember, we are architects of our bodies. We are architects of our feelings. We are architects of our thoughts. And it's very difficult. So I suggest you start getting to work today. You start studying now. Go to tm.org and learn how to meditate, or YouTube it, you know, because the way they do it, there's a little expensive, to be honest with you. But it's a great cause. They give like 78% to TM coaches out in third world countries to teach third world societies how to do transcendental meditation. And I think that's beautiful. So I had no problem spending the money, but to each their own. It's got your cases, you got what you do. But, you know, remember, we are architects of our body. Let's keep working at this. Share your knowledge, share your experience with your circle. Don't hold on to that stuff. If something works for you, share it, man. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. You know, this is your life. This is our life. We're responsible for it. We're not fucking victims. I'm not letting anybody tell me what's going to happen to my shit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to decide. You know, I'm going to figure this shit out, and I'm going to do my homework, and they can give me their suggestions. If a fucking doctor's been doing it for 10 years, okay, cool. I appreciate that. Let me go research what you just told me. Let me go figure this out and see if it fucking resonates with my body. Because I feel like I know my body better than anybody else. And I see certain changes when I'm feeling certain ways and thinking certain ways. So, you know, and by the way, guys, go to my YouTube channel, The Walter Reyes Show. Go there, WR Show. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Spotify. I need your support simply because I want to spread this. I want to make this, honestly, a career. Right now, what you guys are watching is me fucking interning, or not even interning. Like, you guys are watching me like freshman year in college, really. But this is what I'm going to have to do 6 years from now anyways, 10 years from now anyways. You know, TM costs, I believe it's like $940 when I did it 2 years ago. So you could go to tm.org and check the price there, but it was like 9 something. And like I said, a couple $100 goes to the facilitator, to the coach. And then the rest goes to the organization to support third world country coaches, which I think, again, it's a lovely thing. It's currently led by Maharashi. It was done in Himalayas. My coach did it. He's taught over 40,000 people. He was one of those, like, kind of did the whole Kill Bill thing, like got rid of everything, went up to go hang out with a sensei and put in work until finally he was like, okay, I'm ready to teach you now. So he did the work, and then all of a sudden he was granted the opportunity to learn from the best of the best. And, you know, I appreciate that, because he's one of the ones that think we use like 1% of our brain. He's like, I've done so much of this work that I feel like we're not using a lot of our brain. So food for thought, guys. I was everywhere. Sorry, I had a little Mombay earlier, so my energy was up, to be very honest. And that little puff right now was perfect. You know, so heal yourself, man. There's plant-based medicine, there's energy-based medicine, there's spiritual medicine, there's the power of the mind and thought. Heal yourself. You're responsible for that. No one else. No one else is responsible. Let's be responsible. Let's not be victims. Let's change the realm of meaning, how things are supposedly, how real things, what they mean. We could change that shit. So power to everybody. Props to everybody. Thank you for joining me. Please, please, please go like, watch, subscribe The Walter Reyes Show on iTunes, Spotify, and I'm on YouTube as well. The Walter Reyes Show, the WR Show. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you next week.